This is a little story about an accidental cave discovery on the west coast. I was meant to be making a film on how to find caves, and I was just talking about how difficult it is to find caves.
And not found anything, so who knows. Everything's worth a look. If you don't get out and look, you don't find anything.
How difficult it is to tramp through the countryside, and how hard it is to find caves, and nothing ever goes, and it's always disappointment. And this time it wasn't.
Yeah, it's a spectacular shaft. The bottom down there is probably 50 metres away. A heap of water running into the shaft. The bottom of the shaft is real low and goes into a rockfall, but man, you have to go underneath the waterfall to get in there, and it's real windy and spray. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, looks exciting. But many of these just they just stop. But we'll go and have a look. Get in. Drop down a bit closer and have a look. One of the questions I have been asked is, how do you find caves? And quite honestly, in countryside like this, it's just completely random. I mean, this place is full of holes, just depressions everywhere. There's things that look like caves that aren't caves, that don't go anywhere. But we know the water's got underground because it's all dry. There's no streams on the surface. So we know there's a cave in this country, but we just can't get into it. So what do? We basically walk through the bush and look at everything, absolutely everything. There's no logic to it really. The ground just needs to be covered, and you just need to look. You're feeling for drafts, you're looking for where streams go underground, big black spaces, anything like that. And often it's just random bloody good luck, really. Yeah. And you come across and you see something like this, and you go, whoa, whoa, it's got to be a cave down there. But no, it's you find lots of these, and it does choke. It just chokes about 4 or 5 metres down. So often there's lots of excitement, and then bugger. Oh, there you go, look at that. Another big series of depressions in here. Oh, somebody must have looked at that. That's an old that's an old trap, that one. As far as I'm concerned, it hasn't been looked at until it's been recorded. And there's been some evidence that people have been there and got some record of what's in the hole. Interesting. This lies between the end of Windshed and the end of the Tigers Eye system. I'm kind of walking around the contact of the limestone and the non-limestone, the mudstone. And yeah, on the contact, the water runs off the mudstones and generally goes down. A chance to find anything at the bottom of this, it's all generally pretty slim. But anyway, you just got to keep looking. Just got to keep looking, and one day something will go. So this is all good signs. The water falling down here. There's a big space down there. It'll choke, just there, I guarantee it. I guarantee it's going to choke. There's a lead up in the wall there, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
it got too small. The way on to the left is a wide passage, but it was going uphill with a bit of water coming out of it. Initially, I just thought, nah, I'll leave that. Then I thought, I'm here. I might as well go and have a look. So I crawled up this passage. And after a few metres, I could stand up in a tall canyon, and the canyon was going downhill. Yeah, that was pretty exciting. That was very exciting. It got more exciting.
So I've just come down this passage here, on top of this little pitch. I think I'd call it a pitch. But down there, not sure you can hear it.
And I'm sitting at the top of the pitch, and in the distance I can hear a stream. Quite a big stream. I initially thought that maybe it's just the water from down the entrance pitch, because quite a lot of water was flowing down the entrance pitch. So this thought just a small little passage going somewhere, nothing major.
I can hear a big stream just there. So better go back and get the drill and the rope and go and have a look. I think that's quite exciting.
Got a rope, rigged the pitch, abseil down.
I'll just abseil down there, little crack here, and then we'll just abseil into this quite interesting passage, and I can hear a stream just here. Holy fuck. This is interesting. What was that? Fuck's sake.
Quite evident that it was more than just a small stream. It was quite a big stream.
Woo! Holy shit. This is a real cave. What's down here? Wow!
It was pretty exciting. I've got to admit. I was pretty excited walking along this passage, and suddenly I could look down into this canyon, this beautiful clean washed canyon, and this big stream flowing down the canyon. And that was super exciting.
The passage between the downstream windshed sump and Tiger's Eye. Yes! This is so cool! Wow!
I managed to find a way down into the canyon, down a little climb and through some dry passage.
Big upper level. Big upper level up there. Oh my goodness, beautiful formation. Wow. I'm happy. I'm happy. Oh mate, this is truly, oh wow.
Walked out into the stream. I can't explain it. I was super excited. I was pretty certain I'd found the stream downstream of the Winchhead Sump, between the Winchhead Sump and upstream part of Tigers Eye, the passage, the end of the water park. Yeah, so upstream I knew I was going to get to a sump, wanted upstream for 150, 200 metres. There was the sump. Downstream, the water flowed into what I thought was a choke, and above the choke I climbed up into this stunning upper level, wandered along that for a little bit.
I'm super stoked, hey, this is unbelievable. My first lead of the day and it goes big. Oh wow, this is, yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to call it a day now and go home. I need to get survey gear and come out here tomorrow and survey this. I'm just gobsmacked. I'm gobsmacked this hasn't been found before actually. But I'm also gobsmacked that, just really super humbled for the fact that I had the opportunity to find it. It's pretty neat actually. This is the missing bit between the upstream part of the Tigers Eye system where I tried diving the upstream sump and Winchhead. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked actually. Super stoked. Wowza. Oh, time to go home and might as well leave the cave rigged and I'll come back in tomorrow and yeah, just keep exploring, survey it basically and I'm often asked how you find caves, and really that's how you do it. You just keep looking for shafts like this, water going underground, and one day you just might get lucky.
The cave system now is pushing 10 kilometres long. We've got Tiger's Eye, we've got the tiger in between, we've got lower tigers, we've got Maestro Tiger, and I'm going to call this one the tiger next door.
2 thumbs, definitely.